Hola, Colchoneros. This is me, Alex, and I have with me Saint Keeks as usual. And welcome to Atleti Fanatics. And tomorrow we have a very important match. I mean, it's literally it's the kind of a match I think if we win this match, I think we have a chance to win the Club World Cup. Because I mean, like it's a very big task against Botafogo, which is again tomorrow. And again, I mean, like we have a last chance, the trophy actually. So everything is at stake. We're playing Botafogo tomorrow, and I mean, like I don't know why like PSG has like somehow make this interesting for us, make this a challenge for us for some reason. Luis Enrique said Botafogo was the best defensive team he has ever faced. Like the low block of Botafogo was the best ever he's faced this season. And I'm just asking this question right now. I mean, they just need a draw from this match. That's it. Whereas we have to like score 3 goals in this match. And again, like if they go for a low block as well, Botafogo, and like we struggle against the teams, we struggle against low block teams. We struggle, because again, it depends on our players as well because they have to be like on their day tomorrow. Because again, like the Paul has to be on his day, Sørloth has to be on his day. Because again, we have to score 3 goals. So, I mean, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. And then again, they have really good players as well. Botafogo, Igor, I think like he's been the standout player for this tournament, scoring goals. He scored against Seattle as well, and then he scored against PSG as well. So I mean, that's the player to watch. Igor for me. And then they have really good midfielders as well. They're very physical. So we're gonna talk about the preview of this match in detail. So first of all, let's Keith, your thoughts.
Um, it is a on it's we came into this tournament with a sort of an understanding that this is probably our last chance of real silverware, and it's not just like, oh, well, it'll be a cake and like it's not like the Super Copa where it's 4 teams. It's like these are some of the best teams in the world. If you playing against teams in Asia, you're playing against teams in South America, and all these other things. And obviously, people had an understanding that Europe, because of the fact that you have a lot of some of the best players in the world, you're paying a lot of money for these things, for these players, etc. We would be more or better equipped to play against some of these teams. And I think these past 2 games that Atletico played have been a sort of a letdown, but also not a surprising letdown for a lot of our fans. But it's like we knew what the problems were in the team. You don't need to be an expert oh my gosh, the word is escaping me. You don't need to be
Analytic.
yeah, you don't need to be an expert to be able to tell what is wrong with Atletico after you've seen Atletico. We've been lacking a defensive midfielder for some years now. Like since Kandagia left, we've really lacked a proper left-sided centre back or even a really strong centre back line for a while now. We haven't had a great left back. Our right back situation is nice right now, but it's not always been great. It's like that back line that we always wanted to be great hasn't been great recently. Our front line, which has been better than in other years, has been good. But even then, it's like when you look at the makeup of our squad and you look at what we were hoping to do, are we surprised at the last 2 results? Not necessarily. Do I think that we could have had a better result against PSG, even with the referees' decision making? Yes. But at the end of the day, we lost 4-0. I don't think even with or without the referees' interference, we would have had a better scoreline because PSG in that second half could have really hurt us. They could have put that from much worse than 4-0 if we're being serious.
Like, or maybe we maybe had the chance to come back in
We
the
had
game.
chances to come back as well. I'm not saying we didn't, but I'm just saying it's more so about not necessarily that we were that much worse, is that we were not mentally ready to take on this competition from the start. The Seattle game where you just go 2-0 up and you immediately concede afterwards, very poor. When you get 3-1, right? And then you never take a real chance at goal again, like knowing full well that we have a bad goal difference and it would help us if anything. And we don't know what's going to happen with the PSG game, right? We're assuming PSG is going to win. Assuming. But you know what assuming does? It makes an ass of you and me. So we're in a situation where we need to win. We have to win by at least 3 goals. We also would preferably not like to concede. Jimenez is not going to be here because he's injured. That's a lot of things and a lot of variables trying to come in together. Uh, so yeah, it's a strange feeling, but it wouldn't be Atletico if it was going to be easy, you know. So if we had a
That's
chance,
that's
this was
true.
it.
That's
This was
true.
the way.
I mean, but still, like I can understand, like it's Atletico, like it doesn't have to be easy. But I mean, like at least make the group stages easy, dog. Like what the hell? Like make those knockout stages difficult for us. Like I don't mind. Like at least I don't let us go through this.
I
But
think the irony is our group stage is probably good. If we do make it out of the group stage, I think the knockout stages are probably going to be easier than the group stages in terms of the matchups and these other things, which is very funny.
I mean but again, still, I mean, like still, like in this competition right now, like still, like South American teams are unbeaten.
Yeah.
So like
Well, they're not unbeaten. Brazilian B teams are unbeaten because Bayern beat Boca the other day as well.
yes, okay, yeah. So yeah, my bad. Yeah, Brazilian teams are unbeaten. So yeah, we have to like literally like pull off something really nice and like I mean like the world can see like right now. The people used to say like the European teams are like way much better than the South American teams or even the Asian teams. I mean, like, just look at this competition. I mean, like, I'm starting to like the idea of this competition
Hmm.
because, again, yesterday, Dortmund, I mean, they had a really hard time against an African team.
South
And
Africa,
then,
yeah.
and, and then Inter literally won in the last minute against an Asian side.
Hmm.
I mean, like European teams are having difficulties in this tournament. So yeah, I mean, like you have to say, and the European teams have the budget, like some teams literally have the budget of like 10 times uh, the teams they're facing. For example, the Asian teams or like the African teams or even South American teams. And
Hmm.
I mean, the only disappointment of this Club World Cup was Auckland City because again they have again it's an amateur football club, but still I mean during the Club World Cup they gave a hard time to Benfica in the first half, but then yeah they got destroyed in the second half.
I think that
Uh,
delay really killed them because I think had they not had a delay, they might have actually maybe lost maybe a little 2-0 or something. You know? That's how the game was looking. That game was not looking like they deserved to be anything outside of a 2-0 for Benfica, if anything. And then they came out after the delay and just oof.
but anyway, focusing on our match now. Again, I think it's a very big task. I think. Julian Alvarez has to be on top of his form, and talking about Julian Alvarez, like he's expecting a baby very soon, so I hope like he'll be like much more motivated for that stuff, like scoring on and off the field. So yeah, that'll be really good to see.
Hmm.
Sørloth again, we're seeing these interviews from our players, like they believe they can do it, and again we see some media outlets as well saying if anyone can, it's Atleti. True, but again, I mean, like you have to like walk the talk. You have to walk the talk.
True.
I mean, like you can't be just like Vinicius. Like I'll do 10 times much more, and then like he and then I don't know. Maybe like maybe he meant like I'm gonna fuck Real Madrid 10 times even more now. Maybe he meant that. I have no idea. But anyway, I mean, like we have to walk the talk, obviously, because again, we have to give that kind of a performance, like where we see, yeah, this intent, and I'm telling you, like if we score in the first 10 minutes, I think the things can go much better for us. Like there will be a momentum. But again, then I think about the Real Madrid match as well. I mean, like we scored in the first minute and then we just couldn't score after that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but again, I would say like the crucial point would be like to score the first goal within first 10 minutes, and then you just like take that momentum. You just like get on that momentum. I think if the first half ends with even 2 goals, we have a very good chance of progressing the next round. But again, we have to keep in mind that we don't have to concede as well because just 1 goal can literally fuck us over.
The
So
momentum can shift. You could go from, let's say we were 2-0
exactly,
up on like 45 minutes and then I score a goal. All of a sudden, the second half is now not a matter of scoring 2 more goals, it's a matter of let's not concede. And then Atletico doesn't play properly and we don't, it change things.
exactly, exactly. So again, I mean the most again. So scoring in the first 10 minutes and then keeping a clean sheet as well. That's like the two important aspects of this match. And
Hmm.
by keeping a clean sheet, like I don't mean that we have to like like keeping a clean sheet. Oh, okay, let's fine, let's keep a clean sheet. Let's finish the match 0-0. No, we have to score 3 goals as well. So that's the thing, and I think it's gonna be really hard. But again, I think Sørloth will come in handy for this match as well. Sørloth should start for me. Hopefully he score. Hopefully he makes up for those 3 chances he missed previously against PSG and 2 against Seattle Sounders, and like he just makes up for those 3 chances and like bang on. Like we have 4 5 goals within 12 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm happy, and I'm living in a delusional world. Yes,
Uh,
uh,
sure,
it's time.
sure, man.
It's time. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Yeah, get back to the reality. But yeah, I mean, like it'll be a very important match. I think the way Simeone picks his starting lineup as well. It depends on that as well. I think for me, I would go for like same starting 11, which I had against Seattle. I think that 11, like it made much more sense to me. And then again, the world's number one center back is going to be back for us. Longley, it's going to be back, and then Lenormand gonna play as well because Jimenez is injured. So it's an interesting one. I think for Botafogo, I think they will definitely rely on counter attacks. And again, like I was watching this match against PSG. I mean, like I couldn't watch the match because again, I went to sleep happily, and then I woke up with a very sad news. Like what the hell? But anyway, so I saw the highlights. So like one thing I've seen in that match is like they pick their targets. So for example, like the the player they could have picked on was Lucas Hernandez in the left
Hmm.
back position, and they literally kept on like they pushed the ball on that left hand side so that they can find a way to penetrate PSG somehow, and they were doing it very effectively. And I think like they're gonna do the same with Atleti as well, because again, our left back again, like, he keeps eating grass for some reason. So it's gonna be a difficult day for Javi Garland as well tomorrow, and they will pick that side for sure. I mean, like everyone in the world knows that Atleti left hand side is very vulnerable. I mean, like it's a way that you can hurt Atletico de Madrid is by attacking on that left hand side. So I mean, Botafogo will definitely go for it, and Javi Garland has to be best on his day. He has to somehow. I mean, like just it can be the last match of Javi Garland as well for this club. It can be because again, we're looking for the left back as well, and I hope it is. I
I
hope it is.
if
But I
I
again,
would
I
like to
hope it's not the
believe
last
so,
because again,
but
we have to progress. We have to progress.
with the signing of Longley for 3 years, I really don't believe that Galan is leaving. I think Renildo's gone. Uh, I think that's kind of been clear for us for a while now. I was kind of in denial, but I think the tournament hit me in my face. It's like, oh man, he's really gone, huh? So all of your concerns are completely valid. That's the problem, and I think everybody knows that it's like, okay, so do you start with Sil knowing Longley and these other things, maybe to anticipate that Longley is not going to be there? Maybe I'd like to see Witzel actually, to be
Wait,
honest.
hang on. The red card is just for one match, right? I mean, like he
It's for one
got
match.
like two. Yeah, he got like 2 yellow cards, like another straight red
Yeah,
card.
yeah.
So yeah, I think
So
Longley will start. Longley will start. That's for sure. I think
I
Longley will
hope not,
definitely
but
start.
the
He will.
likely
He will.
if they were targeting Lucas Hernandez, who after 3 ACLs does not have legs, right? Uh, then they will be targeting Galan, and if they did so effectively like they did against PSG, I'm not surprised if they will probably do so effectively again against Atletico. They don't necessarily need to target any one specific spot, but we do have a one clear glaring weakness, and every team has so far attacked them. Seattle has attacked us like this. Valladolid has attacked us like this. It's like teams that are supposed to be far and away from us in terms of quality have very quickly identified what the problem was in our team, attacked it, and done so successfully. And as a result, we usually lose either momentum, the game state, whatever it is. And so it's something to unfortunately have to just sit down and just hope that we can somehow sustain it. You know,
True, true, true. Again, what would you say about like the style of play, the Botafogo? Would they be like just happily sit back? I mean, again, because they just need 1 point and they'll be happy. It's us, like we
I
literally have to climb a mountain.
I think I don't think Botafogo will stay in a low block the entire game. I think they will have moments where they will be in a low block, but I don't think they will do so for the entire game. I think we've seen that they're very good at a compact block and they will try it, right? But if we've seen anything from these other Brazilian teams like Flamengo with Felipe Luis, like with these other teams in terms of River Plate when they play in Monterrey, they'll take the game because it's not about for them is like yes you could get the results, yes you could potentially concede and these other things. What is more important is representing your fans, representing your team, showing the world that I am that good. And Botafogo is a recent Serie A and Copa Libertadores winner. Like this is, and if this tournament has shown us anything, the Copa Libertadores is the equivalent of the Champions League, and it should be respected. So PSG losing to the Copa Libertadores is almost saying, one is a little bit better. I have to say, one of our teammates has one. Alvarez has one. It is what it is. But um, I think it will be more in contention. Obviously, Atletico care and they want to push for it, and they know that, but they will still play how they want to play because that's who Botafogo are. That's how they always have been. So yeah.
I'm gonna read some articles to you guys. That's coming from the Athletes dressing room.
Mhm.
So this is from Marsa. Okay, so this is the message from within Atletico Madrid is clear. The team believes they can advance to the round of 16. They know facing Botafogo won't be easy, but the club insists we never give up, and if anyone can do, it's Atleti. I mean, for sure, for sure. I mean, like you have to like pull one of those Alcaraz show on the tennis pitch, like a major comeback. Samalino, what Samalino said in a recent interview. So no need to lose our heads. We have 90 minutes. We have a good mindset. We're calm. We trained today, and we're mentally strong to turn this around because we have the quality to do it. We can do it. The dressing room is calm. We know what we have to do. I mean, like everyone knows what they have to do, but the thing is, like, would they be able to do it? But again, I mean, like, look, I'll get this like straight. I mean, like straight up, like we needed the 3 points anyway. Let's say, let's say like our goal difference was like, like the same. We still needed those 3 points. Again, at the end of the day, we need that win. Now, just the thing is, we need to score 3 goals. I think it's not impossible, it's achievable. It's just the way now Botafogo chooses to play because I think they will definitely play a low block and they will definitely hit us on counterattacks. Now, again, so Marcus Llorente has to be on his toes, long play has to be on his toes, then Oman has to be on his toes because Javi Gallan has to be on his toes because they will definitely hit us on counter and they will get the chances. I mean, like it's not gonna be like the entire 90 minutes passed on and like Botafogo didn't have one single chance. There will be a chance. I mean, like it's football. they will have those few chances. Now, I hope tomorrow they're having an off day, just like we keep having off days. I hope they have one of those days as well,
Part of it is
because
mental too, eh?
yeah, I mean, like because Hugo Jesus has been again in very good form. But anyway, I'll continue reading the articles actually. So Julian Alvarez said, so we know it won't be easy, but we believe the team is preparing to achieve it. It's not going to be easy, but we're telling the fans to trust us. We're going to give it everything. And then then again, so Julian Alvarez said more things. I mean, like this week, Julian Alvarez was very, very involved with the media. Uh, Again, so what else Julian Alvarez said? Okay, so message to the doubters. Trust us, we need 3 goals and we're going to get them. We're going to give everything. I mean, okay. I mean, like our players look very motivated actually. They look very confident as well. I hope they want to talk. And then one more thing, Jan Black, what Jan Black said. So we need to play our best match of the year and reach the round of 16. We want to do it, and there's a lot of hope. Everyone believes it's possible. It's in our hands. We have to score a lot and keep a clean sheet, just like we're discussing it right now.
Hmm.
And not even that, like I'm gonna bring on one more thing. So like there are 7 players like who risk suspension if we make it to the round of 16. So De Paul is yellow card away from suspension. Then Noman is is away from suspension. Giuliano is away from suspension. Koke, 1 yellow away from suspension. Gallagher, Renildo won't play, I know. Correa, again. But again, I'm like, if we make it to the
Aren't
next
all of
round
those
again,
players the ones who got yellows in the first game?
uh, yes, I think, they were on the yellow in the first game.
That
Okay,
arbitration
but
killed
again,
us.
uh, again, I don't think like it makes sense because again, next round, I think if you make it to the next round, I think it should be. I mean, like we'll either face Inter Miami or we'll either face Palmeiras. So again, I mean, like it's not like we're facing a big team. I mean, it's pretty much achievable.
Botafogo better. Woo! I'm joking. I'm joking. Um,
What the hell?
no, I've watched Botafogo for some years now because I originally watched them. This is some years ago, but we were linked to Nascimento um, around the time a little after we got João Felix, and Botafogo was in the second tier, I believe it was. So when they finally came into the first tier, I think it was like 2023 or 2022 or something. I once went to watch Botafogo to watch the game. I'm giving you some context here. I've never watched Botafogo like a match of theirs, and they've won. I've watched quite a lot of Botafogo games. They've never won. What I'm
Well,
watching, the game that really was really bad for me was the game where they played Palmeiras. They were 3-1 up. They got a red card, but then they got a penalty. Tiquinho Suarez was supposed to he missed the penalty, and then Palmeiras immediately score. Endrick scores a brace and then creates another chance for a goal, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's awful, and they lose the entire title off of a set of bad games, and then Palmeiras win it, right? I am. I tried to enjoy watching Botafogo and tried to have a Brazilian team. They don't want me, so so
I see. Well, okay. So I mean, like, wow. I mean, like, so we just have like Mexican geeks watch the game. That's it. So I mean, like,
yeah.
you better
Um,
stick to your TV or like laptop, whatever that is. I hope they
but
tie
yeah,
you up in a chair. I hope they tie
entire
you up in a
match.
chair.
There's also 1 or 2 players that I'm interested in from this squad, obviously, but most importantly would be Mate. You know the conversation about Molina leaving, for instance. I'm not sure if that'll happen this summer, but I think next summer it's probably going to be a reality, considering it'll be post World Cup, and then that might shake up Atletico again. Mateo Pont from he's Uruguayan. I watched him in the under 20s. Um, I think it's the South American Cup. No, the under 20s World Cup where Uruguay won it. He is 22 now. He's incredibly good. If you could, Oliveira from is basically Oliveira from Napoli, if Oliveira was a right back and was a little more technical. That's basically the same thing. So yeah,
Yes, stuck, bro. You need to
I'm
adjust the
not sure what
camera a
happened to
little
the
bit.
camera.
And
Uh,
yeah, so St. Kitts mentions Botafogo and like he just vanishes. Wow. Oh, there you go. Oh, whoa. Okay.
I don't know what's
That.
going on. Oh, we're back. We're back. We're back.
Oh, okay.
I
There
don't
you
know
go.
what happened, but yeah, the
Making comeback. I hope Atleti makes that kind of a comeback as well.
this is just like, since we're focusing on the whole topic of respect for the South American teams, and also we should probably scout some of these teams, because some of these players, win or lose, some of these players are players who are either on the step to go into Europe, or already are on the potential to be like starting for teams like us. Uh,
I
the
mean,
fact that
I
we
mean,
could possibly lose
for
is
me,
probably a indicator, to be honest. But yeah,
I mean, like just I mentioned, like Hugo Jesus. I mean, like he's having talks with Nottingham Forest, for example. I mean,
I
like I
think
don't
that's a
know if it.
seal deal. Is him and Jair Cunha are both on
Yeah,
the
I
way.
mean, yeah, Nottingham Forest. So there you go. I mean, they're moving to Premier League. That's a big step up. And then next, I would say again, Richard or Ricard, however you pronounce
Hmm.
his name. Richard Ricard Rivers. Again, I'm like many European clubs are after him as well. And that's one of, I mean, that's one of the players it's like I think like are like literally made for Atletico de Madrid. Like the perfect player who fits like a glove, like a perfect combination you can
He
have.
can't join because of DePaul. DePaul has created some enemies in that last Copa America. Unless DePaul goes, Richard Rios is not coming. Let
I
me say
mean,
that.
I mean, come on, man. It can't play like this. I mean, like if Enzo Fernandez, like after all of that, the racist remarks can lead the Chelsea, can have the captain's armband. I mean, that's nothing. That's literally
Yeah.
nothing. So I mean, that's one of the signs that I mean, like I don't know, but it definitely not happen. Ricardo Rodriguez joining us because again, Cardoso is almost done. As the reports are saying, the clubs are very close to finalizing a deal. We're getting a defensive midfielder finally, and I'm just waiting for the official confirmation because again, the most of the multiple reports say that like we are very close to getting Cardoso. And I think like after the Gold Cup, I think it will be announced maybe. USA made the Gold Cup finals or not? Or maybe I haven't watched Gold Cup yet.
As a somebody from Trinidad, I've been trying to avoid the Gold Cup. Our team has been atrocious. I don't want to talk about the Gold Cup. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Atletico. Yeah,
Yes,
let's talk about Atletico.
yes. Okay, all right. But again, I mean, like, Cardoso is almost done. Cardoso is almost done.
Hmm.
Anyway, so we're gonna head to the next topic, which is possible lineups. And again, I think again, Black starts obviously, right back Llorente, and then it's gonna be Letomat, and then Longley, and then Javi Galan. Again, that left hand side just looks really weird. Then again, Giuliano, and then it's gonna be Pablo Barrios, Koke, De Paul, and in the front two of again Alvarez and Sørloth. I think this is for me would be the best starting lineup. It should be interesting actually. The last time when you played this. Wait, hang on. So like who was playing the left midfield?
I think he was supposed to be Barrios, kinda, but he wasn't really there a lot of the times. He was just kind of floating. So
Yeah, I mean, like it's an interesting one. And Juliana was literally going from left, right. He was changing those positions very often. But anyway, guys, do let us know in the comment section. Who would you like to like start for the match, and what do you think about the match against Botafogo? Who's your standout player in the Botafogo lineup? And Saint Keys, anything else you wanna add?
um I think in an ideal world we get our win and PSG either draw or lose to Seattle Sounders, and then we get is Botafogo and Atletico who make it out to the groups. I think it'd be very funny as well because they would be Champions League winners losing out in the group stage immediately, which to me would be very funny. But anyway, I hope that Atletico perform in a way that they believe that they can actually do something. Is I think it's not that we have a lack of quality, but a lack of mentality, and it's shown in this tournament, especially in key moments where you should be putting that little bit more to want to push for these moments, giving yourself that chance, giving the fact that we haven't even been able to the fact that we haven't been able to test the kids is an example of a lack of mentality. These kids really wanted to play, like Ryan, like Taufik, like Carlos Martin, who just came back. They haven't been able to do
Again,
anything.
yeah, I mean, like if like the game against PSG would have ended, for example, like in a draw or like maybe a 2-0 loss as well, I would have like taken it. And then the Seattle game, I think the Seattle game was important because again, if we scored like 4 or 5 goals in the first half and like we had those chances, I think then maybe like a few debuts could have been given. But again, the same thing which happened in La Liga as well against Valladolid.
Yeah,
We like we just kept the match in that tense situation. We didn't really finish the opponent off, and then
we're
yeah, they
just
didn't.
as a team, we're not when we don't have enough guarantees to allow for debuts like that. Because if you've looked at almost all of our debuts so far, like Adrianinho, Abde, even if you go back to Barrios, almost all of our
Update.
debuts, Abde, Abde Rahani, Abdul Rahani. This is like no, not last season, was it? Yeah, it was last season.
No, I mean, but this season it was only other Nino, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about last season. I'm talking about in general. Every time that we have debuted a youngster, it's always been we're losing. Our main starters aren't giving us answers. We're gonna go to the bench, And it's like if we could just like even Barrios came on when we were losing to Cadiz, um, away
But I
from
think
home.
I think yeah, at that moment, like I think we were having that like midfield crisis. Like our
Yeah,
players were
we were.
injured, and like we needed that midfielder, and like Barrios stepped up, and eventually like he stepped up really good. And again, like in Seattle, he had like an amazing performance. I hope he turns up on against Botafogo as well, which is
I
tomorrow.
hope so too. So
Yeah.
I think Barrios is a great example of if you if you take that little extra plunge, if you give that little extra moment for your academy players, you can get a really quality player. I believe that from Taufik. I believe that from Ryan, from what I've seen at least. But you never know until you give them that chance. I can't guarantee that Taufik will become what I think he will become unless he actually gets that debut and becomes that player. But he can't do it because we're not able to create the results and the environment for these youngsters to really shine. So something to, unfortunately, but this is what Atletico is right now. Maybe in another timeline they would have already debuted, but for now that's what it is. I hope we win. I hope we do so in a way that we don't feel uncomfortable. But let's see. Let's see what we can do.
Some important facts I must say, guys. So Julian Alvarez and Sørloth have combined up to 57 goals. They're 3 goals away from reaching 60 goals. I mean, hopefully it's tomorrow. Griezmann is on 197 goals. He's 3 goals away from reaching 200 goals. Which again, I don't see Griezmann scoring three, but still, I mean, I hope it happens tomorrow. Now, the difficult part of this video, score prediction. What do you think? What what it's gonna be?
I'm just gonna say 3-0 and hope it's gonna be true. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't think I'm gonna put anything else outside of that. Alvarez
I'm
plays
gonna
really good against Brazilian teams, and maybe Solo turns up. That's how I feel.
good mention. We have Argentinian players. That rivalry against Brazil. I hope they turn up. Fucking play Molina. Nah, I don't care. But I think it's gonna be 4-1 for some reason. I think we can't keep a clean sheet in this tournament because again we conceded against Seattle. I think we will concede against Botafogo as well. They will get a few chances, and I think they will score at least one. I think so, but but we will score 4 goals. So and then we get past Botafogo and and we just like leave it to PSG. I think PSG will kill Seattle tomorrow. I mean, like they'll definitely leave no crumbs behind, and we'll have to like I think like wait until like the last minute to finish the match because I think again I think it's gonna finish 4-1. I have this feeling it's gonna be 4-1. I hope it's a difference of 3 goals. I hope it's the difference of more than 3 goals as well. I hope it's 4, 5, 6, whatever. I hope Atleti wins 7-0, but yes, come back to reality, 4-1. That's what I'm gonna say for. But until then, guys, let us know your opinions. What do you think about the match, and what do you think about the possible lineups, and what do you think about what's gonna be your predicted score as well? And please like, subscribe, and share. And we are growing. Help us reach our next goal, which is 500 subscribers. And until then, Open Atleti. And again, before we end this video, I want you guys to remember, nunca dejes de creer, never stop believing. If anyone can, again, it's us. And yeah. And we're gonna tie St. Keeks in the chair as well because yeah, he's gonna be into our main jinx for the Botafogo game. But yes, until then, Open Atleti.